A lot of requests in the chat to know what the strategy is for Chapter 5, Season 2. So this next game, we tried to do this last night and it went kind of sideways, but this next game, I'm going to walk you through my strategy for ranking up in Chapter 5, Season 2. So far, we've gotten to Elite, 21% Elite. So first thing I like to do, I look at the path and where we end up. And because we're ending up near the mountains, I'm gonna stay on the bus all the way to the end. Because I'm gonna fly back towards the middle, but I like to be closer to the mountains in case I want to end up in the water out here. I like to be able to clear the mountains. So we're gonna stay on the bus all the way until the end. We thank the bus driver because that's just polite. That's what we like to do. I pop my glider immediately and it doesn't appear that there's anyone with us. So that's good news out of the gate. So we just fly back towards the middle and we listen to the Coral Buddies and they sing their song. We'll just hang out here for a second. So I want to go where the ring is closest to the storm. So it looks to me that it's going to be right around here. So that's where we're going. Because the storm, and I hope it happens this game, the ring tends to stick to the place where it's closest to the storm when the first ring forms. So we don't want to have to move much if we can avoid it. So that's why we start there. Try to avoid that boat. Maybe we'll give the boat a little more space. And I go out into the water as far as I can, because when you get lower, being able to visualize the sound effects, people can see that you're flying. So I try to be as high in the air as I can and as far out to the water as I can. So now we tread water. We're treading water, holding our pickaxes, treading water. Yeah, no, Epic, they nerfed the no damage bonus. That is no longer a thing. They did that primarily because of me, as Cypher PK pointed out in his video. But it's been more fun so far this season, and I think I've noticed that I've improved because now there's no point in quitting the game anymore. So I play all the way to the end, and I'm already elite 21% at the start of this game. So I think I've gotten better. I've been practicing zero builds, like unranked zero builds. I've played one game of unranked zero builds this season, and I won it, so we're getting a little better. I mean, these lobbies are still too good for me, but it's fun. And another benefit of there being no damage bonus anymore, I can take storm damage again. And taking storm damage, like being in the storm and kind of camping in the storm and using the storm to my advantage for placement, it's definitely something that I'm able to take advantage of again. So that has helped. No, I know, I've been there. The green water where it gives you the skulls and you can dash, I like that. That's pretty handy. I like to keep those dashes for when I need them, for when I'm in trouble. So I don't use them right away if I don't have to. But after you leave that area, they stick with you. So they nerfed some of the things about camping, but at the same time, they put those little bushy trees in that you can mantle. So they're not trying to get rid of camping. They recognize the fact that no damage bonus, it wasn't being used the way they intended. They meant for that to be, if somebody wins the game and doesn't take any damage and doesn't get touched by the storm, they meant that to be a bonus. They didn't mean for BushCampDad to be with 8 people left, and he gets nervous, so he quits the game and gets a bonus. They didn't mean for that to happen. But I figured it out, and I'm actually surprised they didn't take it out last season, but they gave me one last season with it. No, the EMPs. The EMPs are fantastic for fishing. Where's that island? This island here, you can get a whole bunch of floppers and small fry, and goes along with the storm camping. Okay, so you can see we are still in the exact same spot that we landed. There's 19 players left. We haven't had to move. My builds are getting better, but I mean, if I can just hang out in the water all game, that's fine. No, they don't ask how, right? They ask how many. I'm just doing what I've always been doing. Just so happens that now there's a bunch of people watching me. 12 players left. We are Storm 3 going to Storm 4. We're still in the exact same spot that we landed. Let's see if we have to move anywhere. Alright. It's not the toughest rotation. So let's just get that taken care of. There we go. I like this island, the loot island, because I like to be able to box up a rift, and then I can hang out by the island until somebody tries to chop into my box or the storm's coming, and I can just rift away. That's a helpful strategy for me. Well, the whole camping strategy, the whole reason why I started camping, I started playing back in the summer of 2018. So it was Tilted Towers. I was checking out the game to make sure it was okay for my kids, because they were 12 and 10 at the time. And they'd started to play this game, Fortnite. So I had to check it out. And of course, I loved it. I was stunned that such a game even existed. Because if you think of the games that I grew up with and compare them to Fortnite, there's no comparison. Just the fact that like 100 people all around the world can play the same game, that was mind-boggling. So I had to check out the game, and I finally won a game, and I got the fabled victory umbrella. So of course the next season I wanted to get the next umbrella, and the only way to get the umbrella is to win. I can't win lots of fights, right? So my whole strategy, and this is before there were bots, right? There was no bots, there was no skill-based matchmaking. You just got thrown in with a bunch of real people. So in order to win, I would have to hide until there was only 3 people left. Then I would have to sneak up on the final fight, and third party whoever won the final fight. So that's how my camping strategy developed, because I just wanted to get the victory umbrella. So now that we have to go to shore, we're going to get ourselves a little loadout and some materials. I only really like building with bricks. I find wood's too easy to shoot through, and it's also too transparent. Oh, we got a thunderbolt. So people can see you hiding in there. Brick doesn't get shot through as easy as wood. Metal is stronger for not getting shot through, but it starts out too transparent, so people can see you inside. So that's why I build with bricks. So we're in the top 5. We'll just hide behind this tree until we see where we've got to go next. Oh, look at that. We can go back and hang out in the water again. Let's do that. Top 4. I do not have a ranked win yet this season. Oh no, I do. Somebody gifted me one. Or did they? Yeah, somebody gifted me one. I don't have a legit ranked win. How's that? My best strategy when I get to top 2, honestly, it's the pretty girl era emote. I just throw up the pretty girl era emote or a hug, and I hope they let me win. Got a better chance of that working than fighting, so. Oh, we got our skulls. Nice. There's a car over there. We could car camp, but I don't think we need to do that. I'll take the cluster clingers, but those are dangerous. Okay, I'm gonna show you my little build that I do. Oh, not in wood though. Then you can edit and you can see. And I hate putting this in the video, but people tend to ignore this little build. Oh, there's fighting. Hey, top 2. Nope. So now my strategy is to get to the next ring, build a platform, and emote. That is legitimately my best chance to win. Oh, boo. Alright, so there you go. There's Chapter 5, Season 2 Strategy Guide from BushCampDad. We're up 4%, 25% elite. Happy camping.